Is a Donald Trump supporter and the former lieutenant governor of New York State. That would be Betsy McCoy. Betsy, great to see you.
Thank you.
We were just talking just now about Alicia Machado. I just want to ask you, as both a Trump supporter and a woman, like, in what universe?
I've been a woman all my life.
In what universe do you think it's helpful for Donald Trump to do what he did this morning and decide to attack?
I understand why his feelings are hurt by this controversy, because it seems like an ambush to me. The fact is, we know Donald Trump has a campaign manager, is a woman, a married woman with 4 little kids. He's offered enormous opportunities to women who work for him, and this just looks like a kind of dirty trick, dirty campaign trick.
Right, but he called her Miss Piggy. He fat shamed her.
That wasn't confirmed.
And then he attacked her for being.
Don't say he called her Miss Piggy.
Then he attacked her for being overweight.
Let me just correct it for the record. There's no evidence that he called her Miss Piggy. Go ahead.
So then he attacked her on Tuesday morning, and then he attacked her again today.
Yeah. Well,
just try to answer my question. What political purpose do you think it serves for him to go and attack her again in the way he did today?
I think he's trying to set the record straight about what actually happened back then, which is far less relevant, of course, than what's happening now. But let me just say in one sentence what happened then, as far as I can see, which is that she was a beauty contestant, something Mrs. Clinton sticks her nose up at. It's not politically correct anymore, but back then it was. And she signed a contract that she would weigh a certain amount, kind of like a jockey riding on a horse in horse races has to weigh a certain amount, or a male model who has to fit in food of a certain size.
John, you know that.
And when you guys look pretty good, actually. Very good, in fact. But when she no longer fit that description, some people wanted to fire her, and he said no, give her another chance, let her work out, let her try to regain the job qualifications. That's as far as I know about Ms. Machado, and I have no intention of attacking her because, like all women, I've battled the bulge. My children have had many battles with weight. I have 2 granddaughters now, so I am a household of lots of women, and we all get it.
Betsy, first of all, the last thing you said is an outright lie that she was going to be fired and he saved her. They've talked to people who were at the organization at that time.
I can't address that. All I've heard is what I've been told, and it's a he said, she said thing from 20 years ago.
I want to go back to the last thing you said, because I've seen you around town, and you are a mom. And you have
a grandmom now.
And a grandmom.
I have 3 daughters and 2 granddaughters.
You use the words. This is the man who's running for president of the United States, and this is a Latino woman who's in every person, and he called her disgusting.
I never heard that.
Oh, no, he tweeted it. We started the show. He referred to her as disgusting.
Well, now because of the attack, you mean?
No, all she said was that everything that's reported to be true. Yeah. She didn't say he's a horrible man. She said, I felt terrible because he fat shamed me.
Well, there's a lot of knife fighting going on.
Have you ever used, I've never called another human being disgusting. Well, I've said I dislike somebody.
I'm not sure whether you have or not.
No, that's not a word I attach to humans.
Let's put this in a little context, because I think all the viewers, well, we all define context differently. Yeah. I think all the viewers, all the voters have a right to know really what's going on. And we were talking just before the show about where this accusation fit in the debate that we're all still reprocessing and assessing. And I was very disappointed in the debate. Not just because of the issue of Ms. Machado being raised, although I don't like to see women used that way, but also because the purpose of a debate is to inform voters, right, to shed light on things. And that debate didn't do that at all. There were no follow-up questions. I'll give you an example. Mrs. Clinton goes around the country and at the debate said she's going to make corporations pay their fair share. So why didn't the moderator say, well, what is the fair share, Mrs. Just a moment, let me finish. Why didn't the moderator say, well, Mrs. Clinton, what is the fair share? Corporations in the U.S. already pay the highest rates in the world. You're proposing hiking corporate tax rates, and the Federal Reserve has already warned us that if they are raised, it will cause, quote, a substantial decline in wages and growth. Right, so please explain that.
So, Betsy, I think that's Lester Holt seemed to have taken the approach that the 2 candidates were able to engage with each other on those questions.
Well, he didn't do that. He did a lot of nasty fact-checking on silly things with
Donald Trump could easily have raised that point if he wanted to. But I want to come back to the thing that's happened more recently, which is, what do you think about what happened in the debate? You're comfortable with the idea of having a person in the White House who is up at 3 o'clock in the morning tweeting things about their political opponents.
Well,
just let me finish the question. Under any circumstance, alleging alleging that that there's a sex tape involved that does not exist, but that no one's been able to find.
I don't know whether it exists.
That news organizations have spent the week looking for have not found. You think that, temperamentally speaking, you're comfortable with that kind of person in the Oval Office?
Yes, I am.
You could think that would be okay behavior on the part of a president.
Don't bully me.
I'm not bullying you. I'm trying to get you to answer the question.
Yes, I am, but I know the answer you'd like me to give you.
No, I'm happy to have you answer you.
Let me explain that I think Donald Trump has a lot to offer this nation, and Mrs. Clinton is trying to change the debate from a debate over the economy. She doesn't want to own that because people are earning less than they did in 2007. Doesn't want to talk about foreign policy because ISIS is threatening so many parts of the world, and she left the State Department in a shambles. So what are we left with? She wants to redefine this debate as political correctness.
We have a hard
discrimination.
We have a hard break right now. Appreciate that point. Not really on the point of whether Donald Trump has a temperament to be president, but thank you for coming. Come back again. We'll ask a pair of strategists about Donald Trump's weekend.